invitation to settle our hearts and minds as we prepare to receive the Dharma. Thank you. Once again, good morning and welcome to the 125th anniversary celebration for the Konohonganji Buddhist BWA. A very special aloha to our guest speaker, Bishop Toshiyuki Umitani and Mrs. Yoshiko Umitani, honorary president of the Hawaii Federation of BWA, as well as our island ministers, Brimbam Kazunori Takahashi, Reverend Blaine Nakasone Sakata, and Reverend Daido Baba. To our Sangha members in person and online, and to the Sangha members of Honoka'a, Kamuela, Hilo, Puna, Papaiko, Honohina Papaloa, Pauwilo, and Naalehu, who have traveled distances to join us here today for this auspicious occasion. We are sincerely grateful for the presence today to help celebrate this milestone event. As a reminder to those of you on Zoom, please be sure to mute your mics during the entire service. Now I'd like to call on Claudia Chang, chair of our 125th anniversary celebration, to give the welcome address.
Aloha and welcome to the Konohonganji Buddhist Women's Association 125th celebration. It is with deep gratitude and joy that I welcome you to this very special celebration. Excuse me. Today we honor the vision, dedication, and compassion of the generation of women who came before us, and we give thanks to the strong foundation they've built for us. We also express heartfelt appreciation to our members, families, friends, and supporters whose kindness and encouragement continue to sustain our work. Your presence here today is a testament to the bonds of friendship and the spirit of the dana, the selfless giving, that enriches our Sangha and our community. As we reflect on our history and look forward toward the future, May we continue to walk together on the path of the Dharma, guided by wisdom, compassion, and gratitude. Today's celebration is because of the hard work of our committee and the community. Without the help of everyone who donated and who helped with our Manju fundraisers, our rummage sale, today wouldn't be possible. And mahalo to everyone, and I know you know who you are, who lent a helping hand along the way. Thank you to the generous donations we received in our efforts for today's celebration. We're able to gift this gorgeous koa podium and the beautiful Hana Kago flower trays that the Reverend and the Bishop is going to use later on in the service, as well as we gave new life to our stage in the social hall. We bought new drapes and we put a new valance with the Wisteria logo that was embroidered in gold thread. If we had raised $1 million, we could have embroidered it with gold, but it's only gold thread. And the committee owes a big, big domo arigato to Reverend Blaine and to our president, Linda Nagai, for the guidance in helping us with the big and the little details. Thank you to the fellow committee members, Susan Takiue, Jun Fujikawa, and Mimi Bergstrom. And I owe a really great big mahalo to Glenda Yamagata Pascalaqua and Myrna Kunihiro. The committee, we worked hard, but these two wahinis, they worked extra, extra hard. And without them, we couldn't have done this. So Glenda's still running around picking up food for lunch. But Myrna, thank you very much. And I want to thank the Bishop and Mrs. Umitani and all of you who traveled from out of town to be with us today. And mahalo nui loa to all of you for joining us in this milestone celebration. Nama midabutsu.
Thank you, Claudia. We will now have the offering of flowers by Mildred Kaneko and Amy Kaneko. And the offering of the lights by Nora Koyanagi and Shigeko Nakasone. We will begin with the chanting of the Sambujo, or three respectful callings. The Sambujo acknowledges the presence of Amida Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha, and all the Buddhas of the universe. It symbolizes our willingness to open our hearts and minds to receive the Dharma and to acknowledge the compassionate workings of Amida Buddha's wisdom and compassion in our lives. The chanting of the Sambujo will be accompanied by Sangye, or the ritual scattering of paper petals, welcoming the enlightened ones to this temple. Sambujo can be found on page 9 in the red Jodo Shinshu service book. Please follow along with the ministers in chanting only at the end of each verse where the word everyone is shown. Again, page 9 in the red Jodo Shinshu service book. Reverend Blaine Higa will now share an aspiration.
Please join me in Gasho. On the occasion of the 125th anniversary of the Konohonganji Buddhist Women's Association, we come together with deep gratitude and reverence for the generations of women who have dedicated their hearts and hands to the growth of the Nembutsu teaching at our Sangha. The calling voice of Namo Amida Butsu has echoed through the generations, offering solace, hope, and awakening to all who walk the path as friends and fellow travelers. It is through the Nembutsu that countless lives have been illuminated, united in gratitude and trust in the boundless compassion of Amida Buddha. For 125 years, the Buddhist Women's Association has embodied the spirit of compassion, wisdom, and resilience. Through periods of challenge and moments of triumph, members have fostered the values of kindness, generosity, and mindfulness, inspiring countless individuals on their spiritual journeys. We honor the pioneers who established this sacred path, those who guided with gentle strength, and all who continue to serve with unwavering commitment. Your legacy lights the way for future generations, reminding us that authentic leadership begins with selfless service and deep faith. For 125 years, the BWA has carried these teachings into the world, fostering communities of care, nurturing wisdom, and embodying the spirit of compassionate action. May this milestone celebration renew our shared purpose and strengthen our bonds as we strive to build a world founded on peace, understanding, and harmony. Let us dedicate our gratitude, joy, and determination to the ongoing growth of the Buddhist Women's Association and all who walk the path of the Nembutsu. With heartfelt respect and deep appreciation, we commemorate this historic anniversary and look forward to many more years of shared wisdom, compassion, and an inclusive community that welcomes all to the circle of Namo Amida Butsu. Entrusting in the all-inclusive wisdom and all-embracing compassion of Amida, the Buddha of infinite light and life, in gratitude, joy, and awareness. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda.
We will now have the offerings of incense by representatives of various organizations and ministers. Please use both incense burners. Hompa Honganji Hilo Betsuin, Honohina Papa Aloha Honmu, and Papaiko Honganji, Reverend Blaine Nakasone Sakata. Honoka Kamuela Kohala, and Pauwilo Honganji, Reverend Daido Baba. Hawaii Federation of BWA Honorary President, Mrs. Yoshiko Umitani. Hawaii Island United BWA President, Mrs. Jane Ida. Hawaii Island District Council, Richard Soley. Hilo Honganji Kyodan and BWA. Honoka Honganji Kyodan and BWA. Honohina Papa'aloha Honganji. Honomu Honganji. Kamuela Honganji. Na'alehu Honganji. Pauwilo Honganji. Puna Honganji Kyodan and BWA. Kona Honganji Kyodan and BWA. Celebration Committee Chairperson, Claudia Chang. Let us now observe a moment of silent meditation.
Namandab, 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 namandab.
Reverend Blaine will now lead the chanting of the sutra, Hymn in Praise of Buddha, followed by the Nembutsu and Echo. The Buddha of infinite light and life made vows to embrace all beings equally without exception. These vows promise to create a perfect world where no suffering or evil exists and guides us to supreme enlightenment. The hymn in praise of the Buddha is a poem from the larger Pure Land Sutra, in which Amida Buddha as a Buddhist Safa praises the teacher and makes his 48 vows to establish the Pure Land enlightenment for the welfare and happiness of all groups. We chant the words of the Buddha as a reminder of these great vows made to awaken all beings. The hymn in praise of the Buddha is found in your booklet.
Your face shines in great splendor, boundless, wondrous dignity, such the greatness of transcends all comparison. The great voice of awakening resounds through the 10 quarters. Your precepts, learning, effort, meditation, wisdom are virtues beyond all compare, ultimate, supreme, and rare. Your deep meditation has fathomed all the Dharma sea to the limits and the depths of all things the Buddhas teach. Ignorance, anger, and greed, the world honored one has none. Like a lion among men, measureless your great virtue. Vast are your great virtuous deeds, wisdom deep and so sublime. Your radiant, luminous light shakes all the world's foundations. I become a Buddha, equal to the Dharma King. I will transcend birth and death, liberating all beings. My giving, discipline, mind, precepts, patience, and effort, meditation, and wisdom shall be supreme, unsurpassed. I will attain Buddhahood, everywhere fulfill my vow, bringing to all those in fear great peace and tranquility. Though there are myriad Buddhas, beyond measure, beyond count, and great sages numberless, like the grains of Ganges sands, I will honor each of them, equally accepting none. Even more importantly, I will seek the supreme way, even though all Buddha worlds are countless as Ganges sands, even though all lands and realms are boundless without measure, yet my light shall reach them all and illumine every attain pure joyful mind, peace and great tranquility. Be my witness, Buddha, please. Confirm my sincerity. Now that I have made my vows, I will strive to fulfill them. Buddhas of the 10 quarters, with your wisdom unhindered, may all of these honored ones know my deepest intention, even though my body must bear great pain and suffering. I will persevere and strive patiently without regret. Naman Namu. Naman Namu. Naman Namu. Naman Namu. Naman Namu. Naman Namu. The virtue of Amina's vow is shared equally by all, together attaining awakened mind. We are born in the land of peace. Namannavu, 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 namannavu.
This morning, it is an honor to introduce to you Bishop Toshiyuki Umitani. Bishop Umitani was born in Itajima City, Hiroshima, Japan, in June 1978. His family temple in Kogenji Temple, which was established in 1585, is now run by the 17th generation of his family. Bishop Umitani received his Tokudo ordination in May 1998, followed by Kyoshi certification on March 2000. He was a staff member of the Honganji International Center for 3 months in 2001 before crossing the Pacific and coming to Hawaii in July of that year. Bishop Umitani began his ministerial career with the Hawaii Kyodan orientation at the Hompa Honganji headquarters for 2 months, followed by 2 years as an associate minister at the Hompa Honganji Hawaii Betsuin from September 2001 to December 2003. He spent the next year as resident minister at the Kailua Honganji Mission, now known as the Windward Buddhist Temple. For his next assignment, Bishop Umitani moved to Maui as a resident minister for Maka'au Honganji Mission for 6 years, until June 2011. Then he returned to Oahu in July 2011 and served as executive assistant to the bishop for 7 years until May 2018. During that time, he also served as school chaplain for Pacific Buddhist Academy for 4 years and as overseas minister for Kailua Honganji Mission for 10 months. In July 2018, he was officially assigned as a resident minister of Mo'iliili Honganji Mission after serving as overseas minister of that temple for 5 months prior. He remained at Mo'iliili Honganji Mission for 5 years until his selection as the 17th bishop of the Hompa Honganji Mission of Hawaii in July 2023. Bishop Umitani is married to wife Yoshiko and has 2 daughters, Naho and Riho. Please give a warm, welcoming applause to Bishop Toshiyuki Umitani.
Okay, shall we place our hands together in Gassho? Our heart to encounter, even in many lifetimes, is the decisive cause of birth, Amida's universal vow. Hard to realize, even in myriads of kalpas, is pure Shinjin that is true and real. If you should come to realize this practice and Shinjin, rejoice at the conditions from the distant past that have brought it about. Holy sincere indeed are the words of truth, that one is grasped, never to be abandoned, the right Dharma, all surpassing and wondrous. Hear and reflect, and let there be no wavering or apprehension. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. Hi, ohayou gozaimasu. Good morning, everyone. It is truly an honor to be with you this morning as we celebrate the 125th anniversary of the Kona Honganji Buddhist Women's Association. Thank you very much for your kind invitation, and I am so happy and grateful to see all of you today and participate in this special occasion. So today, we join our hearts and place our hands together in Gassho in deep gratitude to Amida Buddha, whose boundless wisdom and compassion have embraced this community for well over a century. The theme of today's celebration is reflecting on the past, looking to the future. Reflecting on the past and looking to the future are not two separate things. They are really one. When we reflect on the past, we realize that the dedication, contributions, and sacrifices of our predecessors created the foundation that we stand on today. And with that deep sense of appreciation, as well as a sense of responsibility, we naturally look to the future, dedicating our lives to continue building on this foundation so that this wonderful tradition of the Nembutsu will thrive for generations to come. 125 years, it's a long time. It is truly a long time. And it's easy to say in a single breath. But within those years, 125 years, there are countless moments of joy, challenge, fellowship, and the Nembutsu. Imagine the courage and dedication of the women who, at the start of the 1900s, planted the seeds of the Fujinkai here at Kona. Many of them were, were immigrants from Japan, mothers, daughters, and wives. They worked so hard during the day, out in the field, and in their own home, facing an unfamiliar language, culture, and way of life. Yet, in the midst of these challenges, they gather at this temple to listen to the Dharma and to care for one another. This temple and our Fujinkai must have been a place where they laughed together over stories and gossip, cried together over hardships, cooked side by side for temple events, garage sale, fundraising, and they joined their hands in Gassho for the Buddha's compassionate embrace. This Fujinkai was their spiritual home. And with that same sense of joy and comfort, the BWA members have continued to support this temple and its community, helping with Sunday services and funeral services, maintaining the altar, keeping the temple grounds beautiful, preparing food, and volunteering for the wider community. Their dedication to the Nembutsu and the spirit of Dharma has been passed down through the generations. And today, we follow in their footsteps with unwavering commitment. Over time, this organization has seen many changes. The name changed from Fujinkai to Buddhist Women's Association. Membership expanded beyond women to welcome everyone. Bylaws were written and revised to meet members' need. Messages were changed from Japanese to English. Meetings moved from in-person to teleconference, and now to the internet, to the Zoom. Outreach has grown beyond the temple and even beyond the island. But one thing has never changed for 125 years: the teachings of Amida Buddha and the voices of the Nembutsu that we recite today. At the beginning of my message, I quoted from the Shinran Shonin, and he wrote, "Hard to encounter, even in many lifetimes, is the decisive cause of birth, Amida's universal vow." Please notice that Shinran Shonin did not say hard to encounter is the Nembutsu, but he said hard to encounter is Amida's universal vow. We often speak of encountering the Nembutsu teaching, but I think Shinran Shonin points deeper. What he encountered was Amida's vow itself. The larger sutra describes the Buddha's boundless aspiration for all beings. Out of great compassion for those who cannot attain enlightenment on their own, Amida Buddha vowed, "If the sentient beings of the 10 quarters, with sincere and entrusting heart, aspire to be born in my land and say my name even 10 times, should not be born there, may I not attain the perfect enlightenment." So this vow, Amida's vow, is like a parent's unconditional love, promising, "I will ensure that you will be born in the Pure Land. Otherwise, I will not become a Buddha." From such love arises the Nembutsu. The vow is the cause, the Nembutsu is the result. chanting of Sambutsuge we recited is exactly the story of Amida Buddha making the vow. So when Shinran Shonin exclaimed, "Hard to encounter is Amida's universal vow," he was talking about the story that lies behind the Nembutsu. Behind the simple words that we recite, Namo Amida Butsu, lies Amida's deep aspiration and compassion for all beings. Shinran Shonin did not simply tell us to recite the Nembutsu mindlessly or blindly. He urged us to listen to the story of the Buddha's vow hidden in the Nembutsu. And that story filled Shinran Shonin with deep joy. Well, as an example, I'd like to share with you my personal story. I have two daughters, and my younger daughter recently started college in Tokyo. So a couple of weeks ago, my wife and I traveled to Japan to help our daughter settle into the new environment. And now many people tell us, "Oh, your house must be an empty nest." You know? And thinking about that, you know, I've always had someone at home. You know? Well, I mean, my daughters. And we used to say each other, we used to say, "Okaeri, welcome home," or "Tadaima, I am back." You know? So we exchange words whenever we see each other. And then when this time, my wife was still in Japan and I came back just by myself at first. And when I came home, there was nobody at home. It was totally quiet, right? And I felt so, I guess, I realized what the emptiness means. And then I also realized how wonderful it is to have someone around. Sometimes we say words like "tadaima" or "okaeri" without paying much attention, without much thought. But reflecting on the stories behind these words, the story behind the words of "okaeri" or "tadaima," the feeling that is included in these words bring deep joy and appreciation, right? These words carry stories, stories of love, caring, and compassion. So in the same manner, the Nembutsu is not a mantra or a mindless phrase. It is the crystallization or realization of the Buddha's deep aspiration, the Buddha's commitment to embrace all beings, regardless of our differences, limitations, or self-centeredness. For someone like myself, an ordinary foolish being, a Bonbu, Amida's light of wisdom and compassion is always shining. Though it is difficult to encounter this light, today I was able to encounter it through the countless causes and conditions. And when I think about this wonderful gift and a story behind it, my heart overflows with the same joy and comfort that Shinran Shonin expressed are hard to encounter. When we say Namo Amida Butsu, we awaken to the Buddha's compassion, Buddha's aspiration. And the Nembutsu we recite today is the same Nembutsu that your parents, your grandparents, and countless others have voiced here at Kona Honganji Mission. Their voices and our voices are both embraced by the same aspiration and compassion. When we think about it carefully, we find many stories behind what we have today. The histories of the Honpa Honganji Mission of Hawaii, the Kona Honganji Mission, and this very BWA are all collection of such stories. stories of the people who gathered at this wonderful place. And I'm sure each of you have your own story, wonderful story that you can share with others. Your story of attending Sunday service with your family, your story of enjoying BWA activities, your story of finding a new ohana, a new family here at the temple, your story of quietly reciting the Nembutsu here at this very Hondo. And each story becomes a chapter in the living book of Jodo Shinshu in Hawaii. So the Honganji is the temple where the Buddha's aspiration, such deep story, deep aspiration prevails. And in our recitation of Namo Amida Butsu, we affirm that we are never alone. We connect with those who have gone before us and with the Buddha's timeless aspiration. And this is the heart of the Honganji, and this is what unites us. When we come to this temple, we can always meet the Buddha. Imagine how many people stood in front of this altar and placed their hands together in Gassho. Just as those before us enjoyed in the Nembutsu, we can also rejoice in the Buddha's embrace. So as we recite the Nembutsu today, let us contemplate on the story of those who have gone before us, who have walked this path before us, and the aspiration of Amida Buddha. May the Buddha's vow bring us peace and comfort. May the light of wisdom and compassion guide us now and always. So once again, in closing, I'd like to express my deep appreciation and congratulations to Reverend Brain Higa, President Ms. Linda Nagai, the members, BWA members here at the Kona Honganji Mission, and all of you. Thank you very much for participating in this wonderful observance. And also at this time, I'd like to take this opportunity to express my appreciation. Thank you for being a part of the Honpa Honganji Mission of Hawaii and walking this Nembutsu path together with me. Thank you. In closing, please raise your hands. Let us raise our hands together in Gassho. As we contemplate on the stories of Amida Buddha, promising to embrace each and every one of us, let us humbly and gratefully recite the Buddha's honored name together. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu, Namanda Butsu. はい、ありがとうございました。Once again, congratulations everybody for your wonderful milestone. Thank you.
Thank you for your Dharma message, Bishop Umitani. Please rise for the Gatha Ondokusan, gratefulness. Words can be found in your booklet and on the screen. You may be seated. Linda Nagai, President of the Hawaii Federation of BWA, Konohonganji BWA, and Konohonganji will deliver a congratulatory message.
Okay, welcome. Aloha and welcome. As president of the Konohonganji Buddhist Women's Association, it's my joy and honor to welcome you today. On behalf of our BWA members, I offer heartfelt gratitude for your presence as we celebrate this very special milestone. The 125th anniversary of the Konohonganji Buddhist Women's Association, formerly known as the Konohonganji Fujinkai, and your being here makes this occasion even more meaningful and joyful. As president of the Konohonganji Buddhist Temple, I also wish to express gratitude on behalf of our temple community and Sangha. In 2022, the temple celebrated 125th anniversary, and today we are privileged to mark another remarkable milestone. 125 years of dedicated service by our BWA, whose contributions have truly been the backbone of our temple. Since its founding, the BWA has embodied the spirit of selfless giving, or dana, and as early as in 1925, the Fujinkai, then called, organized the Project Dana to send aid to flood victims in Kumamoto, Japan. Over the decades, the BWA managed the Sunday school program, now called Dharma School, offered sewing, self-improvement workshops, tirelessly fundraised to support our temple, visited shut-ins, prepared meals for temple events, and established a senior activity program that still continues today. Thank you to one of our BWA members, your MC, Elaine Nakagawa, who heads that program. Their compassionate action endures into the present, supporting global relief efforts, providing altar and ceremonial furnishings, tending to countless unseen needs of our Sangha. Their efforts, whether large or small, reflect a deep wish to serve with gratitude and humility in the spirit of the Nimbutsu. While our name, BWA, reflects our origin as a women's organization, in recent years, our membership has grown to include men, whose energy, skills, and devotion have enriched our fellowship and strengthened our mission. Finally, as president of the Hawaii Federation of Buddhist Women's Association, I also wish to acknowledge the story of the Konohonganji BWA as part of a much larger story, the history of the Buddhist Women's Association across our islands. From island to island, BWA members have been the hands and hearts of the temples, caring for their Sangha and their communities with quiet strength and tireless devotion. Your example here at Kono inspires all of us statewide to continue our mission on sharing of the Dharma through acts of kindness and compassion. In today's world where uncertainty, divisions, and hardship touch so many lives, the spirit of dana and compassionate action shown by our BWA members is most important and more important than ever. Your dedication reminds us that through kindness grounded in the Nimbutsu, we nurture connection, resilience, and hope. As we celebrate this 125th anniversary, let's honor the countless individuals whose efforts have sustained this temple and enriched this community. May their legacy inspire us to continue walking together in the Nimbutsu, guided by the wisdom and compassion of Amida Buddha for the next 125 years and beyond. Thank you very much. Namandas. Namand.
Thank you, Linda. At this time, we will view a short video presentation of a group singing the Gatha Asoka no Sono, Asoka Garden, which has long been cherished as the Fujinkai song. Please join me now for unison reading of the Buddhist Women's Pledge, which can be found in your booklet. Buddhist Women's Pledge. Guided by Shinran Shonin's teaching, we share Amida Buddha's heartfelt wish for the happiness of all beings. We cherish listening deeply to the Dharma and endeavor to realize a world in which all equally affirm and valued. We live each moment within the embrace of Amida Buddha's infinite wisdom and compassion, grateful for all we receive. We welcome all with aloha to come as they are to the circle of Namu Amida Butsu. Please rise as we conclude the service with the singing of the Gatha Nembutsu. You may be seated. This concludes today's Kona Honganji BWA 125th Anniversary Commemoration Service. Here are some announcements. Bear with me. Upcoming schedule of service and events and reminders. Since we are observing the Kona Honganji BWA 125th Anniversary Service and functions here today, there will be no service tomorrow, Sunday, September 28th. Sunday, October 5th, regular Dharma Family Service will be held at 10 a.m. Minister's Assistant Linda Nagai will officiate the service and share a Dharma message. Sunday, October 12th, we will have our annual Pet Appreciation Service for our furry, feathered, fluffy, and/or scaly members of our family. The service will be held outside fronting the social hall. Well-behaved pets are welcome to attend with their owners, but please keep all animals on a leash or in a carrier. You may also bring a photo or memento of a deceased pet to be remembered. Our Sangha friend, George Klum, will serve as our lay speaker. For service on October the 19th, we will zoom in on the virtual Dharma School gathering intergenerational service, which will begin at 10 a.m. Reverend Tomoho Hojo from West Kauai Buddhist Temple will share a Dharma message. The theme of the event is Nurturing Nembutsu, Cultivating Awareness. Regular Dharma Family Service will be held October 26th at 10 a.m. There is just a few more days left with the Give Aloha program, which ends September 30th. When you shop at Sack and Save and with your Mai Kai card, you have the opportunity to make a donation to the Kona Honganji using code number 78465. When you do so, Foodland and Western Union Foundation will also make a donation to the Kona Honganji. Your participation will be appreciated. For puzzle enthusiasts, there has been an explosion of puzzles that are available thanks to the generosity of temple members. Be sure to check out the new arrivals in the puzzle corner of the library. I would like to thank the ministers from the Big Island for their attendance, our organist, Corinne Chong, the Zoom crew, Alan Matsumoto, Lynn Katayama, and Wendy Terada, as well as Betty Takeoka for leading us in singing, and Terry Terada, who will be taking our group photo at the end of this service. Much appreciation to Joni Fujino for the beautiful altar arrangement, and to Elaine Sugiyama for sharing her beautiful anthuriums. We are also grateful to Bishop and Mrs. Umitani for traveling from Honolulu to help us celebrate this auspicious occasion. Mahalo to all the volunteers who helped set up the social hall. And all the Sangha members and friends, many of whom traveled great distances. We greatly appreciate to all of you for helping us make this 125th anniversary commemoration service a truly memorable one. You're probably ready for lunch, but before you do that, we would like to have a picture taken here as a commemorative group photo. We are going to ask you to stay seated at the temple. The photographer will come and do it as you are seated. So, Mr. Tarada. I'm sorry?
We want everybody on this side.
Oh. To the middle. You want them all toward the middle?
Thank you very much, Sensei.
You want the stand? The podium stand? There's a little bench. To cut me out. While you're all moving, or you all moved already, if you notice, and we have some in the social hall, this is our Montokusho from the BWA World Convention, was created, we just had it made. So you can purchase it for $50. There's some, if we run out, basically all temples, if you'd like to have one to show your temples, that would be nice. This is what is for our 2027 World Convention. The back of the background is crane, our live peace, live aloha, live one in the Nembutsu. So the peace is in the background. The lehua represents aloha, and the Nembutsu is the sagarikuri. So this is we're going to be selling this at the conventions and all over, but this island is the first one really to get it. It's going to be given or displayed or presented at our meeting next week. So the rest of the island will get it. If you want, it'll be in the social hall, and who's having it? Oh, yeah, we have someone in there. Okay, thank you.
Ready? If everybody can take a look right here. If you can see the camera, we can see you. Yep. I'll give you a count to three. 1, 2, 3. There it is again. I give only one chance, huh? Okay, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And one more time in case somebody wasn't smiling, okay? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so please join us in the social hall. And look around. Myrna did a terrific job putting on an exhibit about the history of our BWA. Yes, we have pictures and we'll be serving lunch soon. We're going to have a presentation from the Daifukuji Taiko group. So please proceed to the social hall, everybody. Thank you. Yeah, that's all you-